Things Good podcast.
Welcome, Catalina. How are you today?
I'm fine. I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy for you to be here as well. I'm so interested to find out more about your work and everything that you have coming up. We spoke about it and it got me so excited because, it kind of aligns with who I stand for and what I am and, my coaching business. But just excited to discuss that and we'll discuss that shortly. But so tell us, Catalina, you are a psychotherapist, a speaker, an activist. Tell us first and foremost, what made you get into psychotherapy?
Well, the love for people and the fact that I like working with them and I have the necessary skills. Being raised in a narcissistic family, I had those necessary skills.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah,
you have narcissism within your family background.
yeah. And I learned to work with people and so on, because I had to survive in that family. And so now I can use the skills for something better.
Awesome. Awesome.
You
So
know,
what can you,
like I was forced to learn the skills, but now I can do something with them.
right, what you did is you transformed, you said, you know what, I want to use my
Yeah,
story to help
and help
others.
others. Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly.
I love that. I love that. And so you said you're a community activist. What work do you do?
Well, in Romania, I'm from Romania, and in Romania this year there are a lot of murders. There were and still are a
Mm,
lot of murders, and a lot of partners killed their wives. So, yeah, there are over 50 murders this year.
wow.
Yeah, so we are trying to fight this, but we are doing one step at a time. But at least talking about that, maybe other women will understand, will protect better, and so on.
Okay. Okay. Wow. I did not know that. And
Yeah,
so,
I mean, we can't change the behavior of the men, because they are very angry and revenge on their wives and so on. But at least maybe talking about it, we can, teach women to prevent this, or at least to get up of this toxic relationship earlier.
whew, okay. Wow. I did not expect that one.
Yeah. In Romania, the society doesn't help women, the
Mhm.
family and police and so on. And usually family usually tell them, oh, but the men are like this, just stay there, oh, stay for the children. Oh, you can't destroy children's life by divorcing and so on. So a lot of women remain in their toxic marriages, and
Right.
some of them end up murder, of course.
Right. Wow. That's so sad to hear. But I'm
Yeah,
glad that you are, putting your hands to work and you're being an activist and you're speaking on behalf of this because they need a voice and you are
yeah.
the voice.
Yeah. And actually, that's exactly how Alive in Her movement came, because a lot of my clients told me that they don't have a voice yet and they would like me to be their voice till they get theirs. And yeah, Alive in
Okay.
Her came.
Right. Okay. So let's talk more about Alive and Her. Okay. So obviously you started because you wanted to be a voice, but what does Alive and Her actually stand for?
Well, Alive in Her is because we have fire inside us, and because I noticed that my clients that they just survive, they don't live, but they had that fire inside of them. So they just needed, a village, a community to help them and to give them power and help them rise. So that's how Alive in Her came to be
Okay.
as a village, and we can support each other and help grow and heal together, of course. And
Right.
especially for people like me who didn't have healthy family, it's very important to have a healthy family now. So I created one. I didn't have one myself, so yeah, I needed one very much, so I created one, and maybe it will help other people, and it's already helping other people.
Yes, I am a
Yeah,
part of that group, and there's almost 1,000 women in there.
yeah,
And I'm sure that, a lot of women don't want to speak on their story, but
yeah.
I'm excited to see how Alive and Her is going to grow as a
Yeah,
community.
yeah, and it will grow, and people can share their stories without giving their name, of course, and that
Mhm.
story may inspire others.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Now,
that
did
is
you
why
ever,
important.
well, I'm sorry to cut you off, but did you ever consider having a podcast with the
Yeah,
different
I was
stories?
thinking today. Today I was thinking for the first time, and maybe I will do it next year.
For
And
some reason it came to me this morning. I'm like thinking of everything that we spoke about and just looking at the different situations. Every story is similar but different, and every
yeah,
aspect of that story can help someone else dealing with the narcissism. So
Yeah,
I felt like it would be a good thing for you to do, to just have different women, even though if it's based on narcissism, because we, some, like I said, I think that some people can get, okay, so narcissism is, when we hear narcissism, we hear the same story all over again, but there are different
yeah,
aspects that take
yes.
place within that dynamic.
Yeah, but as you said, it's the same. It's like it's the same guy, and everybody's very the same guy, but actually everybody feels indifferent.
Right, right.
Yeah, and maybe I will have it maybe next year. And if I will have my own podcast, I will, I don't know, I believe I want guests who are not experts, but who just have a story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's not to be, about books and about, oh, I read
Mhm.
that on a book or something like that, but about their story. And their story can help another human being around the globe.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah. So
So
maybe I will have it next year.
I think you should. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna put something in the comments and to see if, what everyone thinks, if they will actually tap into this podcast, because I know I will. I have some history with narcissism, but
Yeah,
not
but it
as
won't be necessary about narcissists because it will be just real stories and
right,
what help people overcome that and so on.
right,
So it's not about, it won't be only about narcissists, but about real stories, life stories, because it's important to hear those stories
right.
and to know that we are not alone. Because there's a
Exactly.
problem. We believe we are alone. We believe nobody can help us. We believe nobody will help us. We don't have people around us, friends and so on, or we believe we don't have, and that's a problem. So
Yeah,
that is why I will create it for real stories, raw stories.
I agree. I agree. Now, Catalina, I love the name, by the way, Catalina.
Thank you.
A lot of people, throw the word narcissism around. So
Yeah.
tell us, because you're a psychotherapist, you can actually dig deep into the definition of narcissism. What does that look like in real life?
In real life, like everybody is married to the same guy, as I said. Everybody is married with the same John, let's say it. Yeah, and I work with women who are in narcissistic relationships, so I help them divorce their narcissistic partners. So that is why I know about narcissists both professionally and personally. And how it's like, well, horrible, I believe. But there is life after narcissism. So even though people are in those relationship, there is life after that, and they can live, thrive, and so on, and they don't need to get stuck there.
Right,
Yeah, because there is a lot of people, a lot of husbands who tell their wives that, oh, but if you try and leave, if you dare and leave, actually, I will take your children, or I will tell everybody that you are crazy, and so on. I will take the house, you will sleep on the streets, and so on. So
right.
it's important for those women to contact a lawyer and, try to get out of there.
I agree. I agree. Now, but what does narcissism actually look like? What are some signs of narcissism?
Well, the science is when they are very, at first they are very charming because, everybody around you tell you, oh, what a nice guy. Oh, he's the nicest guy on the world and so on. And after that, he has no empathy. He doesn't respect you. He's not interested in your needs. And after that, becomes angry and so on.
Right.
Yeah. So it's now that guy who seems perfect, perfect, perfect in the beginning. And after that, he just changes.
Okay.
So it's very important for people to accept that reality and not to believe that he will be that guy from the first week or first month.
Okay.
Yeah, and to accept that that guy is the second guy, second guy, let's say, is the real one.
Right. Now, do you deal with situations? So you're only dealing with men, I mean, with women,
No,
because
no, no,
women
no,
can
no.
be very narcissistic as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah, but in my family, my mother and my grandmother were narcissists, so I know that. Yeah, yeah. So no, I work with both men and women.
Okay, okay. No, I just
Yeah.
want my listeners to know because I have a mix of audience that
Yeah,
not just
yeah, yeah,
blaming you guys.
yeah, 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 but definitely. Yeah, and I know it from my family. Yeah,
Right.
so my mother was a narcissist, my grandmother was a narcissist. We live in the same house. So Actually, no chance for me there, you know. And my father and my grandfather were enablers.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So of course, yeah, women can be narcissists too. And we don't want to suggest that only men are narcissists, definitely not. I know it from my personal life, so yeah.
Okay, awesome. So I'm thinking, okay, so when you come in contact with these women,
Yeah.
and are they coming to you fresh from their relationship, or are they still within their relationship?
No, they are in the relationship. Usually they are still married and they are trying to get out, and they are not sure if it's the right thing to do because, their family tells them to stay there and to stay in the relationship. Unfortunately, friends tell them the same. Oh, but he's
Mhm.
such a nice guy. Oh, no, don't destroy the family, don't break up the marriage, and so on. And they are not sure what to do. And
Yeah.
usually that's the point they contact me. So
Okay.
I help them get out, and after that, co-parent with that narcissistic partner.
Okay. Now, okay, so what is one truth that you wish that women would know when they come to you, or they're within this relationship and don't know how to get out? What is one truth you wish that women could know regarding narcissism?
That the narcissistic partner will not change.
Mm,
That's very important for them to understand. And so just run. Run from there, save you. Save
okay.
you and your children, because it's not good for the children to be raised in that environment. So that's the most important truth, I believe. Yeah, that they will not change. And don't stay there and wait for them to change.
Right. Yeah, because I think as humans, we give people chances, we give them opportunities.
Yes.
But I think after a certain amount of years and trying, like I think we should come to reality
Yes,
that
but
some people just won't change.
yeah, I know, but by then they are already trapped there.
Mm.
Yeah, financially and so on. So it's not easy to live after that. They have no self-esteem. They depend financially, and so at that point, it's possible not to be able to get out.
Okay.
That is why, the sooner the better.
Right. I think at that point they won't see it until they're so deep in, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
that's
but
why your work is here
yeah,
to
yeah, to
bring the
just
awareness.
yeah, and to raise their self-esteem, because if they don't have enough self-esteem, they can't get out from there because they are sure they won't handle it and so on.
Hmm.
They won't be able to raise their children without their father or without their narcissistic partner, let's say, and so on. Yeah, so they don't have the necessary skills to live, or at least they believe they don't have.
Right. Okay, so now you gave us an example of what you wish women would know about narcissism.
Yeah,
What would you wish for someone to know about themselves?
that they are not alone, and they can find help in their community, even though it's a support group on Facebook or, in their neighborhood and so on. So they are not alone and they can ask for help. Yeah, because sometimes they don't ask for help because, the narcissist took them away from their family and friends and so on, and they are trapped there, and they are sure nobody can help them and nobody will help them. So just go and ask for help. And even though maybe your family or police, or somebody else doesn't help you, find that support group who helps you. And
Hmm.
we hope that, with that Alive in Her movement, yeah, they can find the support group they need.
And I think that that is a important aspect to mention because I mean, my dynamic with dealing with narcissism was different. It wasn't a like coming from a man, it was coming from a female.
Yeah.
And when I told other people about their personalities and the things that they would do and say, they would say to me, "You're just overthinking. This is part of the
You
process."
are too sensitive and
Oh,
so on. Yeah.
that one was a big one. You're too sensitive. You need
You
to
don't
calm
think
down.
correctly. Yeah.
And, it made me think, okay, maybe I am too sensitive. Maybe
Yeah.
there are things within me that need to change. And given granted, there were, because there was something within me that was allowing this treatment, right?
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
self worth.
Yeah.
Um, but then when I finally decided to break off from this connection, people were like, oh my God, I didn't even know. And I'm like, I tried to tell you, and you told me that I was just, I needed to stick through it because this was building character within me. And it's
Yeah,
just like when you hear those words, people, first and foremost, they don't even know the inside of it, right? Because they're looking from the outside, they're giving their perspective.
yeah,
And so I would like to add on to that when if you are dealing with a narcissistic relationship, yes, seek help, but even if those tell you you're crazy and you're just being too emotional, there is
yeah,
something within you that knows that something is not right.
yeah. And usually the body tells you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because you feel, angry or agitated or so on.
There's no rest, there's no peace, there's no joy.
You can't sleep properly. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So,
So,
so it's important to trust your instincts. Yeah, you are right.
oh my gosh.
Yeah,
So,
because there is a lot of gaslighting, and of course you don't know what's real, what's not. And if somebody appears and say, "Oh, you're too sensitive, you don't see things correctly," of course you might believe them and
right.
stay in that relationship for another 10 or 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's very important, to understand not to give these advices and just to listen to the person. If somebody is coming to us and is trying to tell us, oh, but I'm not happy, but, my relationship is toxic or it's not okay for me. It's important for us not to give advices and so on. And just to
Right.
ask, oh, but how is it for you? Or I'm here for you, or I believe you, or something like that.
Right.
Because of course, most time, people just jump, oh, you're too sensitive, or stay there, or oh, he's a good guy. Or if you leave this guy, you'll end up alone with 10 cats.
Right. Right. There's every reason to stay, but never a reason to leave.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that is why, it's important to, I don't know, to understand how to treat people who come to us and what to tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are so used to giving advices, and it's not about that because we don't know what that woman is going through.
Right.
So it's not our place to say, oh, leave or stay, or, you know, it's important just to be there for her or for him.
Exactly. And what I found when I come across women who seek my guidance, and I'm like, well, what do you feel you need to
Yeah,
do? Because I'm
yeah,
not here to tell you what to do. That's
yeah,
narcissism.
yeah, 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 yeah,
That's
yeah,
narcissism in itself, feeling like I need to control your life and tell you what you need to do with your life. What do you feel you need to do? What is
yeah,
your body telling you? Are you at peace? That's my first sign.
yeah,
Are you at peace with yourself? Are you at peace within this relationship? Are you at peace at home? Because to me, that is the first indicator that something is wrong.
yeah. Because of, a lot of murders in Romania this year, my first
Mhm.
question is, are you safe?
Mm,
Because in Romania we ask this now, are you safe? And after that, your question.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Whew. So
Yeah,
what
so
is
it's not easy. Yeah, and there is a lot of gaslighting for society and police and friends and so on. So it would be ideal to learn not to do this
yeah.
and not to gaslight ourselves because most times we gaslight ourselves. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So maybe we will learn that someday.
Exactly. Hopefully. I mean, I'm sure
Yeah,
we will as more awareness comes about. And
yeah,
I know
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
there's always a reason for us to enter a situation. And there's a learning experience from it all.
yeah.
So what is one boundary or mindset shift that instantly begins to restore a woman's self-worth after coming out of a narcissistic relationship?
Well, first to understand that it wasn't her fault. It wasn't about her. That's the most important thing. To
Mhm.
understand it's not her. It's not her who destroyed that marriage. It's not her to let the child without the father or mother and so on. So from my point of view, that's the most important thing. To
Yeah.
understand it wasn't her fault, because the narcissistic partner tells, the woman or, about that she's to blame for everything, for
Mhm.
absolutely everything. So that is why it's important to understand that it's not her fault.
Mhm.
So that's the first step from my point of view.
Yes. And then how do you feel about accountability when it comes to, because for me in particular, when I came out, I had to I did a lot of blame shifting, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because of this person, because of that. But then I had to look within me and say, what within me allowed this? And it
yeah.
wasn't a place of condemnation. It wasn't a
No,
place
no,
like,
no,
oh my
no.
God,
Yeah,
I'm this weak person. But what within my emotional mindset or my mental mindset, what within me allowed this behavior for so long?
yeah.
And
Or
then
how come
making
I didn't see it?
and
Yeah,
then making sure that it doesn't happen again.
yeah,
Right. So
yeah.
what part do you feel like accountability plays in this?
Well, it's important to see your role, as you said. It's not about what you did wrong or anything like that, but what is your role? What kept you in this situation?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and as you said, it's important because otherwise we will repeat it for sure. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, how come I attracted that narcissistic person? How come I stayed in that relationship for so long and so on? What
Mm.
made me, realize that he's not see the reality and so on? Yeah, and
And
after that, of course, to heal, in order after that to, to enter in a healthy relationship because healthy relationships exist.
exactly. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Now, codependency and people pleasing play a major role
Yeah,
when it comes to narcissism, because how I see it is narcissism is the aggressor
yeah,
and the people pleaser is the compliant. So can we talk a bit about that? Because
yeah,
I
but
think a lot of
actually,
people don't
yeah.
realize that they're people pleasers or codependent.
Yeah, yeah, but after many years, it's just like that. I mean, that is why the partner can't leave because the partner is, everything is about the narcissistic partner needs and so on. And let's say the woman, but it can be any partner, the woman, just, goes on eggshells and so on, steps only on eggshells. So it's normal that it's like this.
Right,
Because yeah, in a few years the narcissist had the whole power and the other person is just there to is just a supply. It's just there to satisfy his needs.
right.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
usually after usually of course that person becomes codependent and so on and
Mm,
is codependent and can't get out from there.
right. Now, can you give an examples of what codependency and people pleasing look like in that relationship
Well,
dynamic?
actually, in all the relationship is like that. When the narcissist demands something, and the other person, let's say the victim, knows that it needs to fulfill his needs. But actually, they fulfill their needs in order to keep the peace in the family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and after that, the victim is happy. If the narcissist is happy, because she is sure that that will keep the family happy, and that's my duty as a wife.
Mm-hmm.
That's my duty as a wife to keep him happy and so on, and to satisfy all his needs. So it goes on and on and on. And many years later on, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
of course, she can't get out from there.
Right, right. It's the constant yes, 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 and putting everyone else
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
first.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But eggs, because, they learn to walk on eggshells because, you know, they believe they need to do this in order for the narcissist not to get angry or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so at Alive in Her, what kind of community transformation have you witnessed when women heal together rather than isolation? Or what would you like to see?
Well, I would like to see it because I've just launched this global movement, so I haven't seen yet. I would like to see women feeling that they are part of community and women being able to leave toxic relationship and heal and thrive. Because I'm sure every woman has dreams, or every person, let's say, men or women, have dreams and they can accomplish those dreams even though they were told that they are worthless, they will never do anything right, they will never do anything in life, and so on.
Right.
I know a lot of people who are told that they are worthless. In Romania, it happened a lot, and that is why they are convinced of that. And of
Mhm.
course, they can't thrive and so on because they believe they are worthless. Not only they believe, they are convinced of that. Yeah, so yeah, that's the ideal, the ideal for Alive in Her movement, for women not to feel lonely and to be sure they have a global village, a healthy family, and they can thrive.
I
And
love
of course, they can connect properly with their children.
yes, yes.
Because it's very important to heal so they can emotionally connect with their children.
Mm-hmm. And connect with themselves first and foremost
Oh,
because
yeah. But usually women don't do for this for themselves. They do it for the children. I mean, when they divorce, they don't do it for themselves. They do it, oh, but my children deserve better. So
but
that
don't
is
you
why,
think that that's not like because I
yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
but
that's
yeah,
still a
I know.
people pleasing
Yeah, yeah,
mode. At what point do we
yeah,
say,
but yeah, I know, but it works like this. In an ideal society, of course, they will live for themselves, but the reality shows us that they usually live for their children in order for their children to have a better life.
so at what point do they start breaking the mold? Like what how do you help them break the mold to say it's not about obviously our kids are highly important when it comes to our
Yeah,
lives and what we take care of. But I stand strong on the fact that if I am not happy, then no one around me is going to be happy.
yeah, I know.
How do we put them first? How do we get them to remember that they have to take care of themselves?
Yeah, but that's very difficult. And usually they manage to do this after they divorce because while they stay, if they stay in the same environment, it's very difficult for them to understand that.
Mm,
Yeah, so usually they manage to do this after that.
okay. Okay.
Because when they stay in the environment, they can't sleep properly, they are, very agitated and so on, and it's very difficult for them to understand what you're saying.
I see what you're saying. So what happens when they come out? So what system do you have for them when they come out to begin to implement this? Like, okay, so now we're gonna work on you. We're gonna work on, removing these limited belief systems, removing these this lack of self-worth.
Yeah, usually it's not a plan because everybody is different,
Mhm.
So I do it on their time and how much they can understand or they accept and so on. So it's not a plan. It's not something I follow on on each woman.
Understood. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's not a plan because each woman is different and everybody can understand or can accept or can do things in its own time.
I love that. Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes a
so that is why it's important for me to be, by their side and do it on their time. Not to
okay.
have a plan like, oh, I need to tick these boxes, I need to do this, oh, this is the first session, this
Mhm.
is the second session. So it's more important to just be there.
Okay. Awesome. I just wanted our listeners to know that there is a, I'm not going to say a system, but there is a process, and that when you
Yes.
come through, when you go to Alive in Her, it's the process of making yourself alive again and
Yeah.
finding yourself and doing all those things. And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, and forming a connection with the therapist or with other members and so on, because usually that connection usually heals more than the techniques. Of course, the techniques helps, but usually the methods, as you said, the plan, but usually the connection helps more.
right, right, right.
Yeah, so that is why it's important to find a good support group, a good therapist, and so on.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, this has been intense because honestly, I get very fired up and passionate about this because I know what it's like. So forgive me if I'm coming off very strong, but it's just like I I
Yeah,
I have a passion to see women connect with themselves again. And it's just like it kind of frustrates me that there's like this goes on. You know what I mean?
yeah. And this go to the children and so on. Yeah,
Hmm.
and I have a passion on this too.
Yes.
Because I needed that community. I needed support from others many years ago and for many years and many years ago. So that is why it's very important for me to build it now
Yes.
because I know how much I needed, back then.
I love it. I love it. I love what you are doing. I love the community that you are building. I love everything that it stands for. And so, okay, Catalina, we're going to go into the piece of the puzzle segment.
Okay.
Obviously, you're already bringing a piece of the puzzle with Alive in Her. So to me, that's just beautiful in itself. So everyone has a piece of the puzzle. What other piece do you think you're bringing today that can help someone understand themselves or their relationships better?
Well, just my story and my personality,
Mm,
because they can be inspired by it.
yes, 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 yes. Agreed, agreed. Okay, so we're gonna go on to the soaps, and I need you. This is a different part of the podcast, a different segment to lighten up the conversation. So I need you to come up with the first answer that comes to mind. Okay, try not to think about it.
Okay,
Okay. What is one small act of self love you swear by?
I swear by.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know, cream, because I forget to. Yeah, so I have it here. So for me, that is.
That's funny. Okay, okay. I
Yeah,
like
because
that.
it's self-care and I always forget about it. So for me, it's important. And when I finally remember to do it, I say, yay, I did it.
I love that. I love that. Okay. What is a comfort show or movie you watch when you need to soften?
Oh, You've Got Mail with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I'm not a big movie person.
Oh, yeah, it's an old movie. They
You
fall
got
in love, they met on a chat, they fall in love, and after that they meet. And of course, it's with happy end.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I have to watch that. Maybe I'll watch that this weekend.
Great.
What is your go-to comfort food?
I don't have comfort food.
No.
No, no,
A favorite snack, a favorite
no, no,
dish?
no, no, no,
Nothing.
no, nothing.
Okay, okay, okay. What scent or essential oil feels like home?
None,
None? Not
none.
even lavender, eucalyptus?
No, 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 no.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
for me, home was, I don't know. I mean, I'm still looking for my home around the globe, let's say, and I intend to move from Romania to
Mm.
another country. So, okay, ask me next year and in 2 years, and I will tell you. Because let's say I didn't find my home yet.
Okay.
I mean, I have a house, but that place, home,
Mhm.
well, I didn't find it yet.
But
But I
there's no
intended,
scent, like cinnamon or
no, but after I find my home, I will let you know.
you're
I will
gonna
find
create
the
it.
essence and let you know. Yeah. So
Okay,
ask me
okay.
next year. Ask me next
I
next
will.
November.
Okay, no problem. Well, Catalina, what can our guests look forward to with Alive and Her? Do you have any projects coming up? Anything you want
Yes,
to
yes. I intend to have an app on the phone, maybe next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
awesome.
of course, I will let you know about that.
Okay, and how can our listeners connect with you and just,
They may find me on Facebook, and of course, they may join the private group on Facebook. It's private group, so everything remains there,
okay,
and all the stories remains there.
okay, awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Catalina. This has
Thank
been
you.
really a blessing and an eye-awakening to see what's going on in Romania because I'm sure many people don't even know this.
Yeah, you can look on Google and
Oh my God. And thank you for being a voice for women who can't find it within themselves just yet to share their stories. But with this movement, I believe that many people are going to come out and you're going to set a lot of women free.
yeah, let's hope so, and I believe so. And let's actually next November, next year, we can talk about it and see, about the global movement and how it grew.
I love it. Let's
So,
do it.
so it's a date.
Yes.
Next year, yeah, next year, November, we will talk about it.
All right, perfect.
And we will be amazed how big it grew and so on, and
I
how
mean,
many people it helped. Because it's not only about women, it's men
right,
and women.
right. Okay, so are we seeing foreseeing and alive in him?
Yeah, 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 yeah. And we will talk about this next year on
Next year,
November.
next year.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very
Awesome.
much. It was lovely being here.
Thank you, Catalina. Thank you so much, and we will talk to you soon.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.